Alright folks, welcome to another beer review. This is the first of 2 or 3 French craft beer reviews. Was recently in Paris. I think I've already uploaded like a vlog sort of thing, like post trip, and then there's going to be putting together some shorts and stuff like that, so there'll be a bit more content. But yeah, and he picked up picked up 3 French craft beers, and then while I was in Paris, picked up 2 beers as well, because, you know, I love Mikkeller, and I've not drank a Mikkeller beer for absolutely ages. And yeah, so I didn't really want to pick too much up, because that wasn't the reason why I went to Paris, although, you know, I did go to a few craft beer places, including the place where I picked this can up and the other French beers, La Benuse, which I think translates to the beer. I'm not sure that's what Google Translate said, which is a really nice, like, moody, comfortable craft beer bar. I'll put their Untappd in the description, because not only was the tap menu the best of what I saw, because it was so varied, but they had a really good selection, not only like French craft on the shelves, but also, you know, stuff from the US, good, you know, UK representation from the likes of Verdant, loads of like big bottles of sours and stuff like that. But I was really quite conscious about like weight luggage. I always get overly zealous when it comes to that. It's a shame I can't do that when it comes to my own weight, but that's a completely different story. And yeah, plus the price. I'm not sure if I'm just going off that one place, because it's like not premium, because premium's sort of like your Brewdog bar territory, isn't it, really? But yeah, just like really nice mood lighting, wooden furniture, the whole sort of like ethos of craft beer in France, from the very limited experience that I had, of course, in terms of like venues and things, was just so, you know, that cafe culture that France has, or it's known for. I think craft beer has picked that up fantastically. Just really good, chill atmosphere. But the prices were a little bit expensive. I mean, some of the French stuff in like cans, just like even like pales, lagers, IPAs, nothing like too mental, wasn't that much cheaper than some of the imported stuff. But again, that's just that place. Do you know what I mean? I can't speak for the rest of even Paris, really. The only thing I would say is, if you are planning a trip to Paris for some, you know, a bit of a craft beer trip, go for small measures, because the prices can be, not always, but, you know, it's still a pricey thing back here in the UK, isn't it? So it's a redundant point, which I've just made. So I picked this up from, like I said, a place called La Benuse. Just lovely, absolutely lovely. And this is Merci, which is a pale ale at 4.9% ABV, brewed in collaboration with Sofia Electric Brewing and Demory-Paris. I did have, prior to my Paris trip, a beer from Demory-Paris, which is a collaboration with More and Freigeist Vehicle Tour, which was just a nice, honest-to-God, dark mild. Speaking of traditional British styles, I can't remember the name of the place off the top of my head, and I can't remember the brewery that it's on, but I had a French brewed bitter, and it was just absolutely terrific. Nothing mental, do you know what I mean? Just solidly brewed. But the quality of the craft I had was fantastic. I paid, is that, yeah, €8.50 for a pale. Sort of like, you know, Daya with, Daya with Steady Rolling Man. That's a really expensive beer in the UK, I found. But you know what, 500ml can, and I thought I'll give this a try. 4.9% ABV. I like the artwork. They're not afraid to, you know, show off those slight stereotypes of Frenchness. Maybe there's an actual sort of like reference to the illustration style and the name. I'm not too sure, but I don't know, I like it. It's really nicely presented. And yeah, so I thought I'd give it a try. Can't remember what beer that I had while I was in there, because that was the one beer that I forgot to put on Untappd, which of course my Untappd is in the description. It's very rarely used, but I wanted to document as best I could the beers that I had in Paris. So yeah, let's give this a try and see what we get. I may have actually had this on tap in Labinous, but I just can't for the life of me remember. But beer in the glass then, and yeah, really nice sort of like cloudy, lemony looking beer. Looks a bit more orangey on camera, but yeah, really nice, pale, creamy looking as well. Lovely opacity, 2 fingers worth of a white foamy head. It's certainly looking the part. First day back at work, and yeah, the holiday blues are really kicking in. But it's given me the bug to do more like European trips. So I'm not sure if I can get one sorted before Christmas, but maybe something in the new year around my birthday. I'd definitely go back to Paris again, just so I can go to places that, you know, I overlooked, and places that, you know, you should, you know, quintessential locations to go. But I always find, I mean, I went to the Louvre, beautiful, just majestic, massive, and I saw the Eiffel Tower. They were the 2 like main things that I wanted to see. But yeah, so fantastic, really was. But I went into a bit more detail in the vlog, which I'm ironically going to be recording after this. But it is what it is, and what this is a really nice looking pale ale. So let's see what we get on the nose. Really nice sort of like melon character, sort of hint of pineapple. The sweeter, citrusy fruits. I'm not too sure what hops have been used in this. I'm not sure if it states on the can itself. I can't read that writing. But it's soft, it's mellow, but still bountiful. A little bit of tropicalness there. It's just a really soft, sweet, inviting pale ale. So let's see what it tastes like. Cheers. Soft and pillowy for its ABV. Just like those, the flavours are gentle, they're present, you can pick them up, but it's just soft. Proper, like, have a few pints of this sort of beer. You know, sat early evening, either inside or outside of the venue or wherever you're drinking it. Sit on the canal with friends, get yourself some, you know, cured meats, a bit of cheese, a fresh baguette. Do you know what I mean? It's just, you sort of fall into like stereotypes, but tell you what, you've never had a baguette until you've had one that's been actually made fresh in Paris. Even in the like most local, like lowest rated bakery on TripAdvisor, because you notice a difference. You really do. Obviously you get caught up in that romanticism of where you are, but I mean, on the last night after I'd been to the Eiffel Tower, I went to the best craft beer brewery place I went to, and the best French craft beer that I had was from a brewery called Plan B, about a 15-20 minute walk from the Eiffel Tower. And on the way back to get my tram back to my hotel, popped into a bakery. It was coming towards like the end of the day, obviously, so I think that's why it was a little bit cheaper, but I got a croissant which was still nice, pillowy and fresh tasting, and a baguette for like €2, and it was just chef's kiss. It really was. Probably not like the most, like, this is the bakery you have to visit to, you know, when you're in Paris, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. And you just think, what a life that is, to, you know, go about your business. Maybe you're studying there or you work there, and on your way back, just pop into, you know, a bakery, pop into it's like a really like local community focused ish looking, like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just like, just pop in after work, and you get that in every city obviously, but there was just something about being there in Paris. Do you know what I mean? Wonderful, just getting caught up in the moment, even though you're just walking down a very, in French terms, generic residential, you know, built up street. Do you know what I mean? And I tell you what, they've got it nailed with the whole like social culture when it comes to, you know, beer, getting together with friends, and just wonderful. As an outsider looking in, obviously I went on my own, so I wasn't drinking with anyone. It just, you felt at ease, you know, you felt comfortable, and you get that a lot in the craft beer places here in the UK, but not to that extent. And I think we could really embrace that side of things. And I think there's a place for like a French style or themed craft beer bar. And this is wonderful. It really, really is. Just really light, still flavoursome, soft, not too sweet. Slight passion fruit like zing on the back end, which I did find quite a bit in some of the French pales and IPAs, like a very distinct sort of like almost sherbety character. But yeah, this is really, really good. I'm not too sure what French craft breweries make their way to the UK, but it's definitely something I'm going to be making a conceited effort. Is that the right word, conceited? Or is that like the opposite of what I'm trying to say? To get more French craft. Sort of like the way I do with German craft beer, both, well, German traditional beer and craft beer. Didn't have any like sort of like quintessentially French, you know, traditional sort of beers. There were some like places that had local breweries, beers available, but of course, you know, you get your macro lagers as well. Although I should have, for curiosity's sake, had like a pint of Kronenberg in a cafe or something. But it is what it is. I can always go back. It's an hour plane ride away. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, I would definitely go back again. And hopefully, you know, a little beer trip with some of the beer tubers would be wonderful. Getting an Airbnb in the middle of Paris. White girl summer. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, that's lovely. Absolutely lovely. Sofia Electric Brewing and Demory-Paris Merci Pale Ale, 4.9% ABV. Highly recommended if you get a chance to try it. And yeah, so if you have tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. Where are some of the places that you might have been to in Paris? Have you been to Le Benus? Yeah, just, I'm going to be saying all the same stuff in every French, you know, beer review that I'm going to be doing over the next week or so. I don't think I'm going to do them all, because one of them is like a barrel-aged imperial stout. So the big part of me wants to keep that for the next bottle share. But at the same time, it's a 330ml bottle, and, you know, I might have to, you know, just to get my head straight. You know, I fell in love again with another city, another country, from a very brief stay. But I loved every single minute of it. Even though my feet were killing me, it was boiling, I was a sweaty mess. I've just got no complaints at all of my experience. Anyway, I'm regurgitating what I'm going to say in the vlog, which I'm recording next, but uploading prior to this. So, anyway, and just to let you know, I have joined the band The Blossoms. So, yeah, look out for tours soon. Anyway, cheers for watching. Let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. I hope you have been enjoying whatever Paris trip content I've uploaded. If you follow me on Instagram, that's where it's mainly all going. Stupidly didn't do too much footage shot in landscape to make it like proper YouTube friendly, but I might put together all the videos that I made for reels on Instagram into one big video, because if you turn it around and put your phone like that, it'll show it properly, won't it? Anyway, that's absolutely wonderful. Really, really nice. Very, very happy with that. Anyway, cheers for watching. You all take care, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.